What changed Lincoln's mind about slavery was the war itself. It was the summer of 1862, and the war was going badly. The Confederate Army had defeated superior Northern forces or fought them to a standstill. Lincoln knew he needed what we might today call a game changer, a bold stroke to alter the course of the war. Abolishing slavery would strike at the heart of the Southern economy and cripple its forces.
Slavery was the biggest resource the South has. So the largest financial asset in the United States.
So it is not, he doesn't say, let my people go. He says, that is the heart of their economy. And that is the only way we can win.
No, I'm not saying that. The first thing out of his mind and his mouth might indeed be the basic fact. I can't win this war without destroying slavery. That doesn't mean he wouldn't also go on and say, you know, we're doing the right thing.
David Blight and I toured the soldiers' home in Washington, D.C. It was here, at his summer cottage, that Lincoln worked on his famous Emancipation Proclamation.
That language of military necessity here. Lincoln spent endless sleepless nights.
The Military and Naval Authority.
He weighed over and over and over the form it would take, how to do it, the timing of it. I mean, he genuinely feared, as did members of his cabinet who cautioned him not to do it, that if he issued an executive order freeing the slaves and transformed the purpose of the war, transformed the meaning of the war, the fear, of course, was that thousands of white Union soldiers might just throw down their arms and go home.
Casting aside his fears, Lincoln decided to issue an executive order to end slavery. On January 1st, 1863, in cities and towns all across the North, there was a great sense of anticipation. Lincoln signed the final proclamation with a steady hand. I never in my life felt more certain that I was doing right, he said, than I do in signing this paper. If my name ever goes into history, it will be for this act, and my whole soul is in it.
That's a man who's grown. Now, history made him grow. History dragged him in some ways to do what he did. But he did it.
When word finally came that Lincoln had signed the Emancipation Proclamation, there was wild celebration. Many people shed tears of joy for a day they thought would never arrive. But few who rejoiced that day fully understood the delicate political calculus in which Lincoln had engaged. To keep the border states from leaving the Union and to remain within the president's authority under the Constitution, Lincoln had limited the proclamation to the rebellious Confederate states.
Why did not Abraham Lincoln free the slaves over which he did have jurisdiction? And he could have freed them with the stroke of the pen.
He is doing all that he has the constitutional power to do. That is, he doesn't have the constitutional power to take the property of law-abiding Americans.
That's right.
He has the constitutional power to take the property of those Americans who are not law-abiding.
And how do you decide which person harbors loyalist sympathies within a rebellious territory? He's on very dangerous ground. He knows that.
He is.
Unenforceable ground as the
Totally
first,
unenforceable. I think Lincoln believes from the very beginning that the Emancipation Proclamation will not stand in court.
Exactly. That's why it's such a legal document.
And the fact
it's a legal
is,
brief.
no matter what we 21st century historians say about Lincoln and the Emancipation Proclamation, it is true, the Emancipation Proclamation did not free all the slaves. However, even though it didn't, you could have told my great-grandmother all this stuff about what the Emancipation Proclamation did and didn't do till you were blue in the face, but she would have always said to you, but he was the great emancipator. Most black
African Americans gave their own meanings to the Emancipation Proclamation. As Frederick Douglass famously said on the night of emancipation, it was not logic we were looking for. It was the trump of Jubilee.